When you read time in...
You're watching the USA Network.
He told me about the plane crash. When he saw that Sky Whitney was dead, he figured he didn't want to just let the money go to waste.
Yes, what a shame.
Yes. So he went to the clinic in Lucerne, Dr. Bryson's clinic, and he used the name Jim Diedrichson.
Oh, good Lord.
Is the name familiar to you?
Yes, there is a man who lives here in Monticello named Jim Diedrichson. That couldn't be a coincidence.
Well, I don't know the whole story, but as near as I can tell, the Jim Diedrichson here is genuine. The one in Lucerne was really Jeff Brown. That was the first of his aliases.
And his next alias was Skylar Whitney.
Yeah, well, just listen to this.
Diedrichson?
Yes, and he was there 3 months. That's how long it took to make him look exactly like Skylar Whitney. But he didn't hurt anybody, Spencer. Skylar Whitney was dead. He didn't need all that money.
So you see, she thought I was dead as well.
My dear young man, she doesn't even know that you exist right up to this moment. And that's why I want you to do me a very great favor.
What's that?
I want you to give me a chance to prepare her. This is going to be a terrible shock to her, Skylar. And heaven knows she's had enough of that recently.
Well, it can't be avoided. Would you mind if I help myself to a drink?
No, not at all. I know it can't be avoided, but it could be softened if she knows what to expect. I would have told her before, but I wasn't sure she was well enough.
Where is she now?
She's upstairs asleep. But I can assure you, I can absolutely promise you. Oh, my God.
Mr. Newton, I have received your shipment along with the invoice requesting payment for the same. However, according to our scales, your shipment is 270 pounds short, which means you only delivered 230 pounds. That means you owe me more than I owe you. So therefore, there will be no check forthcoming until the other 270 pounds get here. And they better get here within a week, or I'm going to send 2 gorillas over there to rearrange the bone structure and what is known as your puss. What are you writing? What are you writing? It's only a joke. What are you doing?
Oh, I'm sorry. Well, sometimes I never know with you, Eddie.
What is it with you today, Poppy?
Nothing.
Nothing. Come on, I can see right through you. What is it?
God, I'm glad I'm wearing a slip.
You're also wearing the same clothes you wore yesterday. You want to tell me, where did you spend the night last night?
At home.
Mm-hmm. No lady with any class would wear the same clothes 2 days in a row, not unless she couldn't help it.
Well, you see, I sat up with a very sick friend.
Mm-hmm. I hope you didn't catch nothing from your sick friend. Who is this guy, anyway? It was a guy, wasn't it?
I'll go type this letter. And don't forget, you have an appointment in a couple of minutes.
Miss, I just asked you a question.
I don't answer personal questions during business hours.
Then I'm going to have to grab you during your personal hours, right?
Come on. Is Mr. Lorimer here?
You must be Miss Bannister, huh?
That's right.
Mr. Lorimer is expecting you.
Thank you.
Hello, counselor. How are you? Good to see you.
Hello, Mr. Lorimer.
Oh, you look terrific. You know, the last time I talked to a lady lawyer, she looked a little bit like Orson Welles. She had the whole beard, mustache, everything, too. Have a seat, will you? Make yourself comfortable.
Thank you for agreeing to see me. I'd like to talk to you about Vincent Green's case.
Oh, anything I can do, anything at all. You know that.
Yes, I remember you said that the last time I was here, if there ever anything you could do.
Well, I mean, there is a limit to what I can do. After all, I mean, I'm not his godfather, you understand? I'm just his employer, but...
I realize that, Mr. Lorimer, but do you realize that Vince is facing 6 charges of burglary?
6 charges of burglary. It's been a busy little day, huh? I wish he worked that hard when he was in the plant here.
According to Vince, he did nothing but work for the Lucky Salvage Company. That stolen merchandise that was left in his apartment was put there by somebody else.
So?
Someone he refuses to name.
Oh, what do you want the kid to do? You want him to talk like a canary? I mean, what do you want?
Well, to be frank about it, at this point, I'm not sure whether the kid is telling the truth or not, but something does puzzle me.
Like what? What puzzles you?
Well, Vince had never been charged with anything other than apartment burglaries before.
Mm-hmm.
That was the reason for his previous arrest and 5 out of the 6 counts against him now. But the 6th count is a little peculiar.
Oh?
The Endicott Art Gallery robbery.
So? What's so peculiar about that? What's the big deal?
Well, it just doesn't seem to be Vince's thing, that's all. I mean, TV sets, cameras, small appliances, but paintings?
Well, listen, maybe the kid's trying to get a little culture, you know? I mean, it only goes to show me that you don't know your client too well, you understand?
I don't.
No, not at all. The kid happens to be crazy about art. And sculptor, too, you know? That's, those are the little statues things, you know?
Are we talking about the same Vince Green, Mr. Lorimer?
Yes, the same Vince Green. He happens to love art, too. We talk about it all the time. Are you kidding? Sometimes after work, he comes into the office and he sits here, and we talk about nothing but art and paintings and architecture and sculpture, all that kind of stuff.
Really?
Yeah. You know, I know what you figure. You see, you figure because we work in what looks like a junkyard that we don't have any class and we don't have any feelings and we don't know about this sort of stuff. But I'm telling you, we spend a lot of time talking. Did you ever hear of Rembrandt?
Vaguely.
Yeah, well, we talk about him. We talk about Rembrandt. We talk about Norman Rockhard. We talk about Van Gogh and that other guy, what's his name? Picasso, right? We talk about him, too.
Is that Pablo Picasso?
That's the guy, Pablo Picasso. In fact, you know, he's my favorite. Him I really like. He does these paintings of with women with the 3 eyes, and then he did those chubby ladies, everybody holding hands and dancing around. In fact, one of those barracudas looked just like my mother-in-law. I loved it. Now, listen, what else can I help you with?
I think you've helped me quite enough already, Mr. Lorimer.
Anytime, sweetheart.
Go on, Calvin. Go ahead and order. I'm just waiting for Jody to get here.
Nah, I'm not that hungry. I don't mind waiting. Anyway, I really only came over to figure out how to break the news to Sid.
Yeah, I figured that. Hopefully she won't take it too hard. She figured out about Smiley long before.
Yeah, well, all the same.
Well, you guys ready to order yet? I don't want to rush you, but I got a building inspection man coming in here, and I'm a little short of hand today, and...
Well, I think we'll wait a few minutes, Sid, until Jody gets here and joins us.
Oh, a rose between 2 thorns. Okay, I'll check with you later.
Yeah. Sid,
yeah?
I need to talk to you for a minute. There's something I think I ought to tell you.
Yeah, sure.
Well, it's about Smiley.
Oh. Well, have you guys caught up with that crazy man yet?
I think his own craziness kind of caught up with him this time, Sid. He's been in something of a freak accident, I'm afraid.
Was he hurt?
Actually, he got trapped in this abandoned building. See, it was this old precinct house that was, you know, scheduled for demolition, and there was just no way for him to get out of it.
What are you talking about, Calvin? Does this have anything to do with that creepy theater thing I heard about?
Who told you about it, Sid?
Jim Diedrichson. Come on, Calvin, tell me what happened. How bad was Smiley hurt? Calvin, are you trying to tell me that Smiley's dead?
Yeah, Sid. They demolished the building on top of him, practically. I mean, they haven't even found him yet. He was trapped in there. Look, there was just no way out.
Oh, my God. First Hector and then Smiley? The Wilson brothers gone just like that?
Well, it wasn't exactly just like that, Sid. One day when you have the time, I'll tell you the whole story. And
listen, I'm not too sure I want to hear about it. I've spent too many time wasting tears. I mean, I've been wasting too much time thinking about Smiley Wilson the last couple of months anyway. But I guess I shouldn't be surprised that he'd end up this way.
Sid, no one's happy about this. He was crazy, but nobody wanted this to happen.
Yeah, sure. Oh, here's Jody now. Listen, I'll come back and get those orders, okay?
It hurt.
It always hurts. Hi, Jody.
Hi.
Hi, sweetheart.
Hi, baby. So, did you guys hear the news about Raven?
Yeah.
Sure did.
Calvin's not so sure what Raven's going to do about what happened to her. Whether she's going to take her ounce of flesh.
Oh, God, do you really think she might have been? After all, you, Cliff, and Mitzi didn't mean any harm.
Look, I tell you what, I think we've had enough depressing discussion for one day. So, lovely lady, why don't you tell us something to cheer us up, huh?
Okay, I do have one little news item. However, I don't know how cheery it's going to be.
What is it?
I am going to have my portrait painted.
Another portrait?
Well, that's not me, so it doesn't count. It might be an ancestor we don't know. Anyway, the Endicotts are giving this to me as a birthday present.
You're kidding. When's your birthday?
Tomorrow.
Well, I didn't know that. Congratulations.
Thank you.
Why are the Endicotts doing this?
Well, they said to make up for all the trouble they caused me. They're trying to be nice.
Yeah, well, they must be nice and loaded. I'm sure a portrait is not a cheap thing to have done.
Well, it depends on the artist. Who is it?
Chad Sutherland.
I should have guessed. We couldn't get to you one way.
All right, enough.
You know, I'll bet that this portrait was his idea.
Oh, hold it, you two guys. Am I missing out on something here?
So is this the news that's supposed to cheer me up?
No, but if you give me a chance, I do have some that will. You are being offered a job.
What?
It's true, you're going to be offered a directing job.
Well, how do you know this? I mean, did you buy a crystal ball?
Dwight Endicott called the apartment this morning, and he said if you want it, there is a new musical they're doing in Cincinnati.
Hey, all right. Way to go, buddy. That's terrific.
Are you really sure about this?
Mm-hmm. In fact, they're going to want you to start very soon.
Well, that's fantastic.
Now, you see, that is something that you consider good news, huh?
Oh, Dr. Kavanaugh, some things arrived for you. I put them in the package room.
Oh, good. The three sort of large boxes, two from New York, one from Chicago?
Yeah, about, yay big.
Oh, that's good. That must be the birthday stuff. I was a little worried it wouldn't arrive in time.
Whose birthday is it, if you don't mind my asking?
Jody's.
Ah, that's nice. Whole family gonna go out and celebrate?
Oh, yeah, we're all going out to dinner tomorrow, including Adam and his date, Mrs. Goodman. Look, I will deal with the packages later. I've got a house call to make.
Well, you just have a nice day now.
Thank you.
Hi. It's me. Oscar. The doorman.
Oscar? Oh, hello. How are you?
Oh, I'm fine, even if it was a pretty crummy day.
Look, you didn't bet on those horses I gave you, did you?
Oh, they all lost, didn't they?
Yeah, it's the last time I'm gonna believe in a dream. Honey, I'm real sorry.
No. That's all right. You can make it up to me someday.
Well, maybe I can make it up to you.
What do you mean?
Well, you did say you'd like to take a peek at a penthouse apartment. I think I just might be able to arrange that tomorrow night.
But this is exactly fair. I mean, here it is going to be Jody's birthday, and you're the one who seems to be getting all the goodies.
I don't think it's fair either, but I'm not going to give it back.
All right, I'm sorry. I know that this means a lot to you, and I didn't mean to act unhappy.
Yeah, but I want you to be unhappy, because then I'll feel like I'm being missed.
Yeah, well, it's not like she's not going to have anything to do while you're gone. I mean, she's going to be pretty busy if she decides to sit for that portrait.
Now, that's one gift I don't like. Why can't the Endicotts give you something more practical, like money, for instance?
That is what I think.
Cliff, why don't we take this booth over here?
Oh, no. Too close to the orchestra.
Cliff, not here, not now, okay? You know, that Vincent Green case is really starting to bother me.
Hi,
Hi, how are you? Hi. I almost regret having taken it.
Why? Because the guy's a crook? Never stopped you before?
Cliff, I'm serious. Okay, I admit, I do think Vince committed those apartment burglaries. But this art gallery job, Cliff, it just doesn't fit in.
I know the answer.
You do?
You have to beg first, though.
Oh, Cliff, come on. Please.
It's easy. It's an inside job, an insurance swindle.
You think that's possible?
Sure, yeah. The Endicott Gallery isn't doing very well, so I hire some pro to come in and steal a few crummy paintings.
Careful, one of those paintings was Jody's.
You know what I mean. Paintings they can't get rid of, paintings they can't sell, paintings they can get big bucks for from the insurance company.
I just can't see the Endicotts doing something like that.
Well, hello, you two.
Oh, Calvin, fancy meeting you here. You heard about Raven and...
Yeah, Cliff, I heard all about it.
Well, I think I'm gonna go talk to Captain Jody. Excuse me.
Yeah, thanks.
Well, that was executed very nicely. Did you and Cliff plan it?
You must know that I haven't planned very many of the events in my life lately. They just seem to happen.
Maybe you should do some planning then, Calvin. It might help you get your life in order.
Well, I have sort of made a plan.
What's that?
I decided to go back to New York to see Star, to talk to her. I think we have to figure out what we're going to do about this baby that we're having.
I staggered to the dance floor with a lady of the evening.
How is she?
She's sleeping. She ought to sleep for quite a while now.
I know she slept very little last night.
Well, medication I gave her ought to keep her nice and drowsy.
I'm glad. Oh, Miles, it was a terrible shock for her. I feel completely to blame.
Why? You didn't create the situation.
I know, but I should have warned her. I was going to. I was going to tell her this whole incredible circumstance. And before she met the man downstairs.
It's quite a jolt to me, too. It's an uncanny resemblance. Who is the man? Is he your nephew's twin?
No, it's a very complex story, but put it simply, the man that you met in the living room is my nephew. The man who returned to Monticello last year was an imposter.
Good God, are you sure which is which?
I couldn't tell for a while. But finally, it was Raven's own confession that convinced me completely.
Raven's?
I had begun to believe this man's claim only recently.
And now you're completely sure?
Raven taped a confession.
Are you telling me that Raven knew that she wasn't married to the real Sky Whitney?
Apparently, she didn't know that until after they were married. And then she decided not to give away his secret.
But now she has.
Yes. He played that tape for me just now. Just before Raven came downstairs so unexpectedly.
That was the first time she had seen him?
My dear, she didn't even know there was a man who looked exactly like her dead husband. I'll stay with her for a little while,
yes,
if that's all right.
I think that'd be a good idea, thanks.
Oh, Dr. Bryson, you were a genius. How is the lady?
Oh, she's all right. She just fainted. I think you know why.
Yes, I do know why. I seem to have had that effect on a number of people. You see, everyone thinks that I have been dead.
And so I'm one of them. I performed the autopsy on Sky Whitney.
It's kind of eerie, isn't it, Doctor?
I'm sorry, Kavanaugh.
Dr. Kavanaugh. Well, I can assure you of one thing. The person that you performed the autopsy on was named Jefferson Brown. He was a friend of mine at one time. And when he thought that I was dead, he decided to become my double.
As Geraldine's been telling me a little bit about that upstairs, apparently you're having a hard time proving it.
No, you see, I had trouble proving it up until now. Now I've got all the proof I need right here in this little ingenious machine. And when this becomes public, the whole world will know that I am Skylar Whitney and that this is my house.
I first met the other Sky Whitney through my little sister-in-law. She was going to star in a dance company that he was trying to put together in Monticello.
Yes, I heard about that. You know, it's been very interesting for me to read about the exploits of myself. I haven't been terribly successful, have I?
Well, no, he wasn't much of an impresario. He was very rough on his star performers, or he would delegate the rough stuff to a servant he had named Gunther.
Gunther Wagner. Did you know him?
Oh, everybody who knew Sky Whitney knew Gunther, yes.
Yeah. Well, you see, he was my loyal and trusting servant at one time as well. And so, you see, this whole deception was doubly devious.
And do you think you're going to be able to clear it up with that one reel of tape?
Oh, yes, I have no doubt about it in the world.
Miles.
Yes, what's the matter?
Raven's awake.
She's awake? Must be more agitated than I thought to fight the medication like that.
She wants to see you, Skylar.
Me?
Yes, she's almost hysterical about it. Said she can't rest until she does. I don't think she believed what she saw.
Can't blame her.
Well, of course.
Look, I'm not so sure it's a good idea.
I've waited a long time to see this woman, Doctor. Excuse me. You know who I am, don't you?
Yeah.